Hey, I'm Mike Duffy, and here's a look at what's happening today. Things are getting back to normal at a San Jose hotel after chemical scare yesterday. 7 employees and 2 hotel guests had to be decontaminated after toxic chemicals were found on the 19th floor of the Fairmont Hotel in San Jose. The chemicals were found in a room where a woman had committed suicide. The hazard was contained to just one room, but the odor was present throughout the 19th floor. More than 120 people were evacuated from the hotel, and the roads were closed for hours. Guests were allowed back late yesterday afternoon. And a truck driver who fell asleep at the wheel was sentenced to 4 years in prison. He pleaded guilty to causing a tour bus crash in Southern California back in 2016. 13 people were killed in that incident. 42-year-old Bruce Guilford faced 42 charges of reckless driving and vehicular manslaughter. Officials say Guilford had illegally drove too many hours at the time of the crash and had falsified his daily log. And a house in the Los Angeles area had some major damage after a cement truck crashed into it. Crews were pouring cement at a work site when the truck suddenly started rolling down a steep hill. It took out a bunch of power poles, too. Thankfully, no one was home at the time and no one was hurt, but the truck destroyed the garage and a second-floor bedroom. Now for a check of your weather, here's meteorologist Tracy Humphrey. Hi, Tracy.
Oh, hi, Mike. Let's start things off taking a look at the tropics. So the latest on Hurricane Dorian, now considered to be what could be a devastating Category 5 hurricane. Maximum winds at 185 miles per hour, moving to the west at 5. Right now, really just centrally located over the Bahamas. This is expected to eventually make its way closer to the coastline of Florida and then eventually kind of bend and ride up the mid-Atlantic coast. So here's a look at the latest track. Category 5 has been upgraded from a 4, which it was yesterday. Expected to really be just off that southern tip of the state around Monday afternoon, eventually just near the Georgia coastline. That is expected to be Wednesday afternoon, and then eventually hitting the Carolinas, downgraded to a 3, and then pushing off what looks like out into the Atlantic by late week. Any travel plans that you might have from Florida all the way up through Virginia anytime this week, you want to make sure you stay abreast of what's going on. There could be significant delays for some of those major cities that could be in along the track of what will be Hurricane Dorian. So weather headlines: Labor Day heat continues. Today, another afternoon in the upper 90s. Water temperatures are still a concern. We do still have plenty of area waterways with temperatures in the 60s, and cooler temperatures back in the forecast by the end of the week. And when I say cooler, I mean more like the upper 80s, which is technically cooler than average for this time of the year. Outside currently 97 degrees, winds out of the south to southwest at 6 miles per hour. 72% relative humidity, and that comes in around 4:40 in the afternoon. More temperatures: 99 in Stockton, 98 in Modesto, 98 in Marysville, and 80 degrees in Tahoe. And these temperatures are ranging anywhere from 1 to 2 degrees warmer than the same time yesterday. Your weather timeline: 99 degrees still expected around 5 o'clock this evening, 91 degrees right 7 o'clock tonight, and your sunset coming in at 7:36. Then things really start to back off. 80 degrees around 9 o'clock tonight, in the lower 70s coming in around midnight. As we move into our forecast for tomorrow for your Labor Day, it's going to be sunny and it will again be hot. Take a look at this. Upper 90s expected, at least for Sacramento. Some locations could be warmer than that, i.e. Stockton and Modesto, as well as Redding and Oroville. 95 for Tuesday, 93 Wednesday, lower 90s Thursday and Friday. The upper 80s back in the forecast for that weekend, and still right now looking like they'll be a big part of the forecast Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That is a look at your weather forecast, and now you're all caught up with what's happening today.